Hello friends from the inner circle and welcome to a new trade recap video over here where we are going to have a look on the setup from the Euro USD and the one from the GBP USD. Now the first one, to be honest, is a setup where I missed the real textbook entry. This is why I managed at the end to take it like this, and to be honest, this one is a super advanced form of trading that I used over here, and I would also not recommend you to take the trade like I did. Why? Because in many cases you will lose such a trade. Only if you understand really what the setup is about, or you understand the current price action, or you've been going through setups and scenarios like this, only then you will be able to manage to take such a position. In other cases, you would just need to say, you know what, I lost it. I missed it. Okay, I missed the trade because this was the real entry. But I will go over it step by step. The GU one was simply okay, and the idea was to go short at a very important POI. And as said, I'm expecting a crazy move down. There you go. Personally, again, I closed it too early, but to be honest, for me it was not too early. I mean, I was able to hold it for a 1 to 40. Plus, I managed a 1 to 26 on the EU. So today was phenomenal for me. It was a pretty crazy trading day. I mean, it's almost 70 risk reward, so 66. So it was pretty nice. So I definitely closed the GU. I mean, I could have been holding a swing. But anyway, I will look tomorrow to look for such a position as I'm expecting right now everything to go back bearish. But yeah, let's have a look right now step by step on what EU did. Let's go to the morning. So 7:45. Today I was even awake for the Frankfurt session, but to be honest, I didn't really got it to understand right now, okay, what will it do? So, first things first, we look on the higher time frame. We go to the H1 to understand where price is about to do. So, what can we see? Also, the higher time frame, like the 4-hour, would be interesting to have a look on it to really see, okay, what will it do? Yeah, it looks like that we have here something. We have some sort of supply right up here. And we definitely have liquidity here, which price will potentially target. We have 100% liquidity here. So this is like textbook liquidity. Why is this textbook? Look at this. Price went lower, so equal lows, what we had here. Targeted here, I mean, it created here some sort of structure. Then it came back up. Now, where will this kind of thing stop? Well, it needs to stop at some point of important OB. Is this important OB? Well, I doubt it. Why? Because we have this one. We have also here something. Now, I don't like this one because it's right at liquidity. It's at equal highs. I don't like to use OBs, which are in reality equal highs. So I cannot use this one. I could use this one, but only for like a quick scalp, you know. The real OB where price wants to come is more than likely this or even higher. Like this one, I really like this one. Yeah, or we even go crazy high, you know, it really depends then. But we have only one day, so we don't expect right now the whole day to give us like this kind of movement. It could give us this kind of movement, but I think that this one will stop it. So just thinking like that, where is the real POI? Where I want the price really to come? Because you're right now on the higher time frame, you know? So in the higher time frame, 100% you need something good. And this will mean that this here will be the liquidity for this one. Would be nice if we have like another push down, so we can grab an additional liquidity because before we drop, before we go into the POI. That would be like the best entries, you know. But yeah, that's what we can see. That's what price is giving us right now at the 4 hours. We can have a look quick on the 1 hour. No, 1 hour just looks, yeah, bullish order flow, what price is currently creating. But we go straight to the M15. As we all know, M15 is the greatest time frame of all time. So let's have a look to cover up the Asia session. So here is the Asia low, Asia high, and till 7 o'clock is where I want to map it out. So Asia, and we just press here till 7:45 because I'm not interested early on to take something into consideration. Boom, 7:45. Okay, cool. Now it's time to understand the past. Now, the past looks cool. You can see here, price started to form some sort of bullish order flow. That was Friday. Friday was not that clean. Let me just explain you very quickly also Friday. Here is your Friday Asia. Okay. That was your Friday Asia. What it did in reality, I mean, you needed to understand here that price will go up higher. You need to have like that understanding that you have here your equal lows, price tapped into it, and then here is kind of a big consolidation, which is in reality an accumulation phase. Price is targeting here Asia low, and then it started to continue to move up higher, and everything here, I mean, you can see it, it's liquidity. It could stop here, but it's all liquidity. Well, price wants to go for it right now. Also today, we know this is liquidity, and we want to go up higher because the target is the H4 supply area up there. Now, have a look here. This is today. Oh yeah, but I forgot. Look at this. Bullish order flow, right? Bullish order flow. We want to go bullish. Bullish order flow. Look at this. Perfectly liquidity, giving you liquidity before going bullish. What do you have here? You look at it and you see this kind of thing which I mapped out today. That was my problem. I was expecting price to come to hunt Asia, okay, and then to go up higher. Now, at the same time, I had kind of a feeling, you know what? You have this. You have equal lows. You already have here some sort of liquidity. What if this will work out? What if this one will work out? That was kind of my feeling. Unfortunately, I just decided to say, what? My alerts have been here to get me in and to see here for price action confirmation to go bullish. That was my whole plan. Okay. What I also understood is, look at this. Here is the first thing, how they induce everybody here to go short. But what we understood here is like, this is pure liquidity. What should we mitigate here? Everything is already mitigated. So if price will come up higher here, then it will go like crazy to the upside. So the idea was from the start, let's have a look for some bullish options. So I just placed only here my buy limit. That was my buy limit, my alert, which was a problem. I should have been placing also here something and to just wait for price to tap into it. Boom, price tapped into it here on the M1. We could of course also refine a little bit. And here we have the perfect OB where you should expect price to come. And you can see already on the M1, like, this isn't a Wyckoff. This is a Wyckoff accumulation, what you can see here. And it's a nice step-by-step mitigation. So nice order flow, which price already showed us here. And now what do we see is that price took liquidity. We understand that everything here to the upside is pure liquidity for us. So we look at a level of demand, good POI for some price action confirmation in order for us to go long then. And here you can see already on the M1 some charge, which is on the 5S like a break of structure. So you can see price tapped into it here the first time, and it already, yeah, broke this. This is already enough for us to see this kind of break, see here some form of level of demand where you want to see price tapping into them. You can see how price is already providing you nice liquidity, you know. So here it gave you like this liquidity, give you another sort of liquidity. Now, where you want to go? Of course, you want to go here in this level of demand because this is the only one which is valid. Now, you cannot take this in this situation. Why? Because you still have an imbalance here. So you want to see this imbalance getting filled before you expect price to go up higher. So the way on how you approach this kind of scenarios like this, you understand that this is your liquidity in order for you to go bullish. So this here, so this entry will be actually your liquidity for this one, okay? So if you are not sure about, okay, if you say, you know what, you're entering here, you're here and you're happy because price is moving, you need to realize super fast, oh no, this is liquidity because there is another OB. Boom. This is how price should move. So you can place here your 1 pip buy limit and you go for it. You just go for it. That is the real setup for today, the real Frankfurt session. This is how you should have been managing it. Me personally, I was not able to do it. I didn't get it. I was just too focused to wait for the OB down below, which would be also a cool idea, you know. It could have been really working out like that. It's just like that, you know, price kind of already, you know, you can interpret it like this. I didn't, so that was for me a still valid POI. But what could tell me that this is not a valid POI here? Well, this price action, because it actually took out liquidity from here in order to go up higher. That would, in many cases, if you see something like this, you know, price is kind of moving and then it's moving lower, it's moving higher. Most of cases you expect this kind of thing, you know, and this gets like a protected low here and not liquidity anymore, okay, because the liquidity was already taken out. So this is also this kind of thing what you see here. This whole scenario is something which came, or the market is playing it very often. You just need to recognize it very often. Me personally just didn't recognize it in time. I just understood this PA and then it was over for me to get in something. You know, it was super aggressive to the moving to the upside. So I was just, you know, I just wanted to go here very quickly in a buy position. Then let me show you how this looked like. So we understood we are above Asia high. We understand this whole thing here is just pure liquidity. And what I always tell you is look about how the opening will come into play. How, like always, the few minutes before, the 5 minutes before the opening will tell you everything. You see here price is going bullish, you know, breaking here structure, going bullish. And this is perfectly because price is providing you even equal lows. It's really providing you equal lows. And that's cool. So you could understand that at the opening will probably really just get you in here and will take off. Because price has no reason to come down below here. Why should it come lower? I mean, it mitigated this. It gave you a move up. This move up broke structure here. Now you want to see the continuation because price will not stop as you are in pure liquidity right now and you want to hunt even more. So that's something which I understood. I stick to the 5 seconds, okay, because when I've seen this move down, you know, because I wanted to wait for the opening. That was my problem. I waited for the opening and I said, damn. That was my entry, okay? I didn't manage to get that fast into this trade. So what I did is I just looked for some sort of structure here. Then I've seen it. Okay, I've seen the price stop, and important was to understand that this is like your structural range. Okay, so price would need to break this in order to confirm your 5 seconds. Now, whenever you have such a big range and you have like here something, you know that this is not the OB because this is your V shape. Okay, that's your V shape. So what price will do is it will follow some sort of order flow. And from where, if you see this, from where do you think the order flow will start? Well, from here. So my opinion was I just made here a direct market execution with a 1 pip stop loss, or 1.1 is what I had at the end, because that's how I managed to get into this trade with a market execution. And I just wanted to protect here this kind of low, was here, you can see this gap kind of thing. That's how I understood, okay, this is something. And I was expecting, price will potentially make this move down one more time and then go up higher. That was my expectation. So this is why I wanted to protect this low. Okay, that's why I did. Now price did not even return to it, and it started to move aggressively. Now, what could you have been doing? Well, in the first place, placing your buy limit here, because this is how price moved, providing a liquidity. Okay, nothing broke this here at the point. It went lower, so it's still this range where price is in, and then it's moving up higher. So it's cool. That's how you should using it if you understood this kind of thing. Now, unfortunately, you didn't really had much time, and you needed to have this everything mapped out and to know your numbers and everything, and to just make a very quick direct market execution, and then to move very quickly your stop loss below this area. Now, if you missed it one as well and you didn't understand this kind of thing, what I did here, what you need to do is, okay, you wait for your BOS, okay, it occurs here, price moves down, and then same kind of thing. You could have been just entering here by understanding this is your structure. Now, this could be difficult again for many, and also something which I do not really recommend. But what you can do is, you just map out this area and use it as your buy limit. And boom, it would have been working out as well. That would have been the second option to get involved in this crazy EU long. Then I just close it. I was like crazy in profit. I mean, it moved so fast, everything. So it was so quickly done. I did not even fall about too much to say, oh yeah, this is liquidity and this is liquidity and we need to come all the way back up here and stuff. No, I had no time for that in my process. So I just skipped that. And yeah. Now, let's come to the real POI where price came into it, which was that one that I explained to you at the beginning, the 4 hour, this one. You can come to the 1 hour to see if you find something. Not really. Come to the M15. Here we have most of the times big chances. Yeah, it's this one. It's really this one where price is tapping. Look at this, perfect liquidity. And that would be like for the rest of the session or for everything, I could have been planning it exactly like this. Okay? This is how I should have been doing it accordingly to my rules, okay? But not according to my closing rules, because a 1 to 120 is nothing which I have in my trading plan that I want to succeed on a daily basis, okay? So let's just move on. So for the New York session, because New York session was also kind of interesting. You can see price breaking structure, and here, most important thing, liquidity. We have liquidity, and we have here our form of demand. Now, you come to the M1. You look for the opening to see where price is, and the price is here. Below liquidity, you go to the M1, look at the extreme, and what you see at the extreme is an aggressive push down, right? Aggressive take of liquidity, aggressive push down, and you can see imbalance. Okay, or like this. You have an imbalance here, which you want to see price getting filled. So that means for us what? This is a valid POI for us. This is what we want to see price coming into. We can see that this is liquidity for it. And we are already below liquidity. And what do you see here? Liquidity. So a ton of liquidity. So you could actually even look to enter here some potential shorts. Okay, could be an option. Now it's difficult because where do you want to enter? Because every OB could be like a fake out or something. And that's what price here is really showing to you. Boom. Into the POI. I was kind of aggressive, even below that one. Buy limit or you wait, like we should always do, for the 5-second confirmation here to see something where we want to see price reacting from. Yeah, I mean, it's not the easiest one because I cannot really tell you right now what would be the best option. Okay, you could be, for instance, okay, I was not here looking even on EU. I just like GU more. But what you could have been doing, and that would be for me valid, would be like to say, you know what, you have here this and this. Not that easy, this one. So like this, so this one could be for me personally. I will probably take here a loser. But after I understood, okay, this is here. After I understood that price took here something out and it's still here in play, like taking out this, taking you out here, providing you here with something, could be something which will be for me potentially valid. But I'm personally not sure right now what I've been doing here. It's not an easy scenario. So in most of the cases, probably here I would just be with a buy limit at the low. This one would not take me out. I would be like that in the trade personally. 5 seconds, not that cool here in this scenario. But what you can see is that with time, price really comes here to something. And that will be, yes, that will be really the option to do it. Yeah, and we can see the price actually really returned one more time. Why? Because it wanted to fill in like here another imbalance that we have left. So you can see that these imbalances are super powerful. So whenever like you have the feeling, okay, I missed the trade or something and I want to get into it, just have a look to find something. Okay, the best place is always look on the M1 for some imbalances, then go to the 5 second to refine it. Okay, to refine your imbalance. Now, what you see here pretty clean is this is liquidity, right? This is just pure liquidity. You can see it on the 5 second, pretty obvious. You can also see here that this is the imbalance that they need to get filled in. Now, do you want to see price coming all the way back to the extreme? Well, not really necessary, because price just wants to come to fill in this after it already gave you a strong move up, So in situations like this, very often you will see price will just tap into it here at the top. We'll find an OB here and we'll use this one, guys. Okay, so try to really understand these kind of things and to come here to use this entry rather than taking this in this case. Okay, but only in this case because you already are in the right direction and you want to see order flow getting developed. Okay, only with that one bias. Okay, order flow will get developed from here. If this is the POI just for look for entry confirmations, never just take the top, only if you're really 100% sure and you understand the overall situation and stuff, there are also variations for that. But in this case, this is kind of obvious that it would just come to fill in the gap, because you want to see price going higher and higher. You want to see price building up, but not uptrend. You don't want to see price coming always back to the extremes, because otherwise, how should it really move up afterwards, Yeah, and this is how at the end this kind of played out. Moved up on, that was the New York session, giving you a strong move up, exactly where we want to see it, to the POY, and that would be again another phenomenal trade. And I'm not saying that this one is easy. I mean, here the POY was cool, 100%, but that's it. Okay, I guess it's time for GU. Let's have a look on GU. Now, GU today, let's go back. Let's just stay a little bit on the higher time frame. Higher time frame from the start, liquidity. I mean, we already took it, right? Why do we want to go? Well, something higher, You have like this very nice POI here. This is your supply. This is your liquidity to come into the supply. Currently, you're taking a this, giving a quick reaction, moving up higher, taking this, and then you expect like from there the low. This is why I'm told you today. I'm expecting at the New York session that when I've seen that we're already there, I expect some serious movements to the downside, because we want to see price from here going all the way back down, continue with the whole downtrend, because what it come from was just to take out this, to mitigate this, and to go lower than this, okay? That's the whole idea. I guess it's pretty simple, right? That's how price is moving. So let's just go straight on M15, and let's just go and map out the Asia liquidity. So 11 o'clock, like always, guys, 11 o'clock till 7 o'clock. Perfect. Asia. Now, we see Asia liquidity here. 8 o'clock, you can see we kind of started to mitigate something at the top, taking already a little bit of the supply. So it kind of already shows you, okay, short is 100% not the idea to look for. More than likely to go long, right? I didn't look for an entry, to be honest, on GU in the morning. I was for the EU, okay? But also here, kind of, if I would just say, for me looked like this would be the POI. This one. Just to be honest, just looks for me like this is the POI, not really this one by just looking at it, The problem, okay, with this POI is probably you can make an interpretation that is like this, It is still a gap. I mean, it's small and so on, but what also speaks against is this. You can see our price here went up higher, like this, went up another time higher, like this, and then it's hunting the whole liquidity. It's pushing up from here, providing here an extra liquidity, coming down below, and then it's moving. So the price actually wanted to go lower. So I'm not saying the price didn't want to come lower, because yes, this is attractive. This is a cool POI, but it already got feeded with a lot of liquidity here already. So I just used this liquidity to boom, go all the way back up higher. So if you come here, M1, trying to look for something, you even would understood, yes, here we have a cool POI to look for something. This one would be invalid. This down below would be also something valid. This one here, yeah, I would just wait for price action confirmation. Here you can already see nice break of it, nice mitigation of the extreme with nice liquidity being provided before it. Yeah, that's it at the end. It's not that difficult here. As I said, for me, more difficult would be just to understand that this is the real POI. Now, you can just consider both. So to say, you know what, this is a POI for me. Look for it. Okay, cool. I see here my first POSs. Price is giving me here the liquidity. Okay, somewhere here I want to get my entry. Now this is not that clean. We just use this. Okay, placing it here. Just like that. Use it like that. If you want to see, okay, no, I want to see the lower one, you put the lower one. I would just, in this case, it just kind of looks to me, this is this. Okay, this is, for me, it's this whole, this whole red thing here. And why I want to use this is because, here is the liquidity, guys. Here's the liquidity. From here, the market moved up. From here, it broke something. This is where they want to come to, and let's go. Okay? That would be my personal GU long if I would look at it in the morning. But I just had my eyes the whole time at EU. Yeah, then it's moving. Oh yeah, what I forgot is, again, to look for 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, same kind of thing like on EU. It was just here more interesting because why? Here price was more cleaner to you. It really offered you to come all the way back here, okay? Giving you like liquidity. So you can see a ton of liquidity here. It got your confirmation. Okay, that will go lower. This one could work out. Here in this case, you could place your sell, your stop loss. Yeah, would take you out if you would use it right now like this. But why you should not use this one? Well, price here, mitigate this, and what it is doing here is just providing a liquidity, pushing up higher to go to 100 and then to go up. Now look at this, and I will show you the same kind of behavior on GU today in the New York session, because New York session I've seen the same kind of behavior, and I was 100% sure that this will occur, exactly what you can see here. So it's always super nice. Price is always fractal. Price will always offer you like the same kind of things. So this is the entry, guys, 100%. This is how you should do it. Let's just go show you the New York. New York was crazy nice. So I'm just, yeah, I don't know why I didn't take it at the end. 2 o'clock. Oh, 2, here it is. So same kind of thing. My ID was super clean. This is the OBE, to go long. I like this because look at this here, nice imbalance. Now it came already to fill in, of course, but still till the extreme, everything is valid. I went to M1, and this is the behavior. Look at this. You had here the extreme. This is where you want to see price coming. Now look at this, how they are already inducing the people. This is the inducement. Boom. Break of structure. Boom. It will move up. When I've seen that, 100% I was sure it will do this and then move up. And then you can come here to the 5 second, If you're a 5 second trader, this is where you would have been losing the trade if you didn't understood, what? We want to see the extreme getting tapped. And then here, this is your entry confirmation. This here. Let's move up, break of structure. Or some sort of order flow here. Or this POS and then here. So a lot of option, 100% possible. Yeah, at the end, I didn't took anything of that. I was just waiting for price to come up higher. in reality to come to my real POI. I'm just too fast with this. Come here, you come to the M1 and you will see here on the M1 something very beautiful. You can look here at anything. Here at the extreme, the only valid one was this thing here. So I mapped it out like this. Okay, the whole kind of block. Then I just waited for price to tap into it. Tap into it, 5 seconds, straight to 5 seconds. And here was my entry confirmation already. I've seen price, okay, breaking this, okay. Then here some sort of liquidity. So this could be here already your first entry. Would be cool. I just used at the end this one. Why? Because I was not 100% sure at the beginning. And I've seen this move down. And I just liked this liquidity so much. Boom, boom, boom. Here I got tapped in as I really used this extreme. This one didn't tap. This was an extra inducement and boom. Boom. That was my trade. And as I said, I expect actually to go all the way to the low. So I could have been holding it for a long time to go like, you know, crazy returns. You can go now for 270. But yeah, probably it will not work out. It's a possibility, but it will, guys. Actually, I'm super sure it will, because you can see we just induced here everything, you know, we took this liquidity and this will be able now to bring the price all the way back down. Now, at least till this demand here or this here, so more than likely the lower one. Here, everything is already liquidity. Now, at least till here, reaction from here, and then this is what I expect. Somewhere here, you will see price creating again some order flow, okay? That's how price will develop everything then. So quick forecast on what I do expect personally is price to tap here to give me a reaction. In the hunt of this is the aim. The idea is to go like this to create here some sort of order flow. And to see price going this, hunting everything here. That's how I see GU. To a very high chance this is what will work out. What I will do is, throughout the whole week, is I will stake in positions. Okay? I'm trying to get here some shorts. That's kind of my thing because of this important point here. Because people now think we are bullish. People think we are bullish, but we're not. Look at this. Everything is still bearish, guys. It will go down, you know. I mean, yes, it's possibility here, you know, to come to this, you know. We got here some nice liquidity here for in order to do this. That's 100% a possibility, you know. But if we are here with the short, we will stake in shorts, we will move stop loss to break even and so on, and we can hold that. And we can hold it to go crazy low, you know. GU can die now, really die, because everything is still super heavily bearish here if you look on the higher time frame. So I definitely expect price to take out this. Okay, so this is why I'm right now that bearish. Look at this. What we are doing in reality here is we're just mitigating something here, you know, to come lower. Yeah, so a quick forecast as well for tomorrow. So in EU, the same kind of thing, also super bearish. And yeah, I hope you liked this video, like the trade recap, and yeah, we will see you tomorrow then, guys, and smash the whole rest of the week. See you then, guys. Bye bye.